tease it.
Welcome to the Feminist Rooster Podcast. Oh shit, I can't remember which one it is. It's our fourth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's our fourth podcast today. We've got lots of things to talk about, I think. We've got lots of new exciting things, like the RTX has just been announced. And I'm extending the giveaway as well. Today I've got myself, I'm Michael.
I'm Allie.
I'm Bridget.
I'm Rue. I wasn't sure where we were going with that.
Yeah. You didn't want to, you're very British, Rue, you didn't want to speak out of order.
What order do we go in?
That's my favorite thing, to like call out the Britishness in you guys.
Not my
So very
fault.
British. Okay, I just wanted to give a quick giveaway update. I've never really done a giveaway before, and I didn't realise that like a week and a half probably wasn't long enough to get some entries in. We did get quite a few in, but I would like more, so I've extended it to the 10th of March. That means that you have to get your entries in by the 10th of March, and then we'll announce the winners on the 16th of March. All you have to do to enter is email me at feministroosterteeth@gmail.com, and all the details will be in the description. I don't want to bore you guys with it again, so yay for that. I hope you guys are entering. Are you guys entering?
I entered.
I'm considering it, but I don't want to end up being the winner.
Same
In
here.
case.
I want to be the winner.
Sort of case.
Speak for
Jesus,
yourself. I want to
Rue.
win. Not gonna lie.
I'll totally promo it, but I don't know if I'll enter it. I mean, the sponsorship sounds awesome because I've never had a sponsorship to the Rooster Teeth website for the 7 months that I've been on it. But
Yeah.
I'll totally I'll root for people. That's all I'll do.
Cool.
You'll root for people.
You're
Yeah, I'll
rude.
root. I'll root. Damn it!
For people.
Damn it! You took it from me.
You'll do a little root.
Ridiculous how many
Do a
puns
little
you can make
Ricky-do.
with my name. So many.
Oh, considering the last Tiny Chat where I think you were doing puns with your name, was it you or was it Wiz?
I think it was me and Wiz.
Oh,
Probably. Wiz was punning it up. I know that for sure. I just don't know if she was incorporating your name or not.
It's because Wiz is punny.
Wiz is
Yeah.
a very punny
Thanks.
person.
Shout out to Wiz,
Shout out
who
to Wiz.
is not
Shout
here,
out
but
to
we
Wiz.
miss her. We miss her. We miss you, Wiz.
And shout out to Allie. She's been with us. She's been away from the podcast for a very long time,
I'm sorry.
and we're just welcoming her back for that very long time of 1 week of one podcast.
I think I made
feels
it clear that we were missing her in the last one.
Yes, it was very,
I was
clear.
very, very happy with my little shout outs. I was like, oh, I had like little butterflies inside of my heart because I knew Rue was looking out for me.
That's what happened when I watched the end of the podcast.
I sat there giggling after the podcast was over after I heard Allie's "I love you, Rue."
Did you see the image she drew as
Yeah,
well?
it was
No, I
really
didn't.
cute. I was really
Oh my
happy.
You should check that out afterwards.
I will.
Bridget.
It's amazing.
It's the quickest doodle I ever made.
I just wanted to also say that RTX 2014 has been announced.
Ooh.
Yay!
It's July 4th, 5th and 6th, 2014 at the Austin Convention Center in Austin, Texas.
How are you
I
saying
don't think-
Austin?
Austin. Austin, whatever.
It was
Potato,
cute.
potato.
Sorry.
But I don't think tickets are on sale yet, so get your tickets when you can. I won't be going.
I wish
Some
I
people will
was.
be glad to know.
If I had a fairy godmother, I'd go. Jeez.
Yeah.
But that is literally across the country for me.
It's across the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is across the world.
Yep.
I think I'm a little closer to it than you guys are, because like Florida and Texas are about an ocean away, but like a small portion of the ocean
Yeah.
away. I rhymed a little there.
It's just the Gulf. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's expensive as fuck. I'm just like, if I could, I would totally go, because it's like fucking RTX has been a dream since I got into Rooster Teeth, and I was very, very sad when people were blogging all about RTX last year, and I was like, oh, I want to be there.
Yeah.
But
I want to be there too.
don't think I have the $2,000+ that I can have to pay in order to be there for all 3 days.
I don't even want to think about how much it would be from the UK, to be perfectly honest.
Oh,
It would be a lot of money.
That's a horrific amount of money.
Yeah, you have to consider it's not just like the flight and just being there. If you were to be going, you'd be going for all 3 days, and then you have to pay for the hotel for all 3 days, which is already pricey enough, and with the flight, and then the food and whatever you would want to buy when you're there.
Yeah, normal
and,
cons are expensive. Like MCM is always really expensive when I go. Shout out to MCM Expo in London. Woo! But it's always really expensive. Like, you kind of don't...
Everything at cons is expensive.
Yeah, you don't really think about it, because it's like travel costs on top of food, on top of like actually paying for your ticket, on top of paying for stuff in the actual conventor center.
Conventor center.
Apparently, no, convention center. What just went on?
It sounds more futuristic when you say conventor center.
Conventor center
sounds really cool.
Conventor center. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, it would be like £1,000 plus just to get over there and back.
Michael, we should go together.
Ouch.
Yeah. Well, if you can find like £2,000 then each, then sure. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I think for you guys it would be extra pricier because you'd have to meet somewhere, which means you would have to pay for like the ride over, and then you would have to pay for the flight, and then you'd have to pay for the hotel, and then the food, and then
one day
returning back.
One day when I'm a famous photographer, it will happen.
Yep.
One day when I'm a famous author, it will also happen.
We can do this. We'll make it happen.
What if they like asked you to be there? What if they like reserved you a table and were like, "Hey, come to RTX. We'll pay for everything."
God.
Would they?
They would never do that.
I don't think they would never do that.
It's a nice dream.
Yep.
Nice dream.
That would be beautiful.
Nice.
It would be lovely.
Well, at least you guys have like a really cool convention nearby. Like, I hear a lot of like awesome. I see a lot of awesome things about MCM London. It looks fucking awesome.
It's incredible. Like, I mean,
hey,
there's obviously some problems with it. Like, they've started saying, because what I used to do was I would get the train there and I just wouldn't go into the convention centre. I'd just hang around in the outside grounds with my friends and cosplay and take photos and things. You now can't do that. They go around and check that you've got the wristband that says you've got a ticket. Otherwise they kick you out now, I think. I think that's what happens. That's what I've heard from friends, or what the internet has also said. But don't trust everything on the internet.
But that's kind of scummy.
It is a little bit. Because, like, a lot of people like, a lot of my friends are in, like, Birmingham and Manchester and places, and they all come down, and it's only, like, the real chance that I get to see them all, and to then have to pay, like, I guess it's not too much money, but considering, like, I'm a student and I don't really have an income, it's, like, way too much to be paying.
Everything sucks. Yeah.
Student life.
Everything is expensive when you don't make money. Yeah.
Yep.
I know exactly how that is. I've been going to a con in my hometown called UBCon. Shout out to UBCon, best con ever.
Ooh.
I've been going there for 6 years running, and it's like $20 for the weekend. And I love it.
Oh.
Wait, $20 for the whole weekend?
Yeah. It's a pretty
What the
small
hell?
con. It's a pretty small con.
Oh.
That's a very small con.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
takes
wow.
over
London.
their student center, and the really cool thing is they do Nerf Wars at night, and
That's so cool.
it takes over all 3 floors of their student union, and it's amazing.
I found out how much ours is for the whole weekend. It's £31, including admin fee, but it goes from like the 23rd to the 25th. Like, so it's 3 days, but it's still kind of just like,
It's not that bad.
well,
It's better than going to a music festival or something. Those can go up into the hundreds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
ooh.
Or a little, even a little more than the hundreds. Like if you spend however long they would have the festivals for at wherever it is.
It depends, because usually the tickets give you access to tents and stuff, so that you can take a tent and camp out in the field. But yeah,
I haven't really
Wow.
been to very many like festivals or anything.
Oh, dude, my sibling, they had an awesome experience because they got to be a bodyguard for Reading and Glastonbury.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they got to be security. Unfortunately, because it's such long days, they didn't really get the chance to listen to much of the music, like, on their own time, because they would get up at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning and then not be done until 10 o'clock at night, and then the last thing you want to do is then go listen to some music, so...
I struggled to get up at, like, 7 today.
Did you have class?
No, I went to the zoo.
Oh, of course you did. You were gonna. That's a nice segue because you wanted to talk about that, didn't you?
Well, firstly, I hate the buses in Cornwall. Just as a note. Secondly, I went to the zoo, and it was for like a photography thing I'm doing for my application to the course that I want to do, and there was a big tropical kind of birdhouse thing. And the birds were like all free flying and everything, so they were like flying around. And one of like they look like pigeons, but they've got kind of like red in the center of their chest. I think they're called like bleeding heart pigeons or something. One of them just hopped up on my head and wouldn't move for about like 10 minutes, and I was just walking around with a bird on my head.
Oh my god!
Right. I didn't get a picture though because I didn't want to like disturb the poor little creature on my head, but I was sat there like, what's going on? Why are you on top of me? Please leave. But it was cute.
What zoo is it?
Newquay.
I'm not a big fan of Newquay Zoo.
I liked it.
It was okay, but it's very flat and very concrete.
It is. I also got to take pictures of the keepers feeding penguins, which was technically the reason that I went.
Aww. Did you see the lions?
Yes.
Lions. I like Sparkwell Zoo.
I have not been there.
It's up by Plymouth. It's one of the most beautiful zoos I've ever been to.
Oh wait, I might have been. Maybe.
It's not Paynton. It's Sparkwell. It's the you know that movie that was out ages ago with Matt Damon called We Bought a Zoo.
No.
Oh, is that
the
zoo?
one with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Was that one with the zoo with the title We Bought a Zoo?
Yeah, it's actually based on Sparkwell Zoo. There's a family that owns the zoo and they live on the premises.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
It's a privately owned zoo. It's cool. They've got some of the like best enclosures in the world and that apparently.
Zoos are just really fun. Like zoos and aquariums though, they're just great.
I miss going to aquariums.
I find them really depressing, to be honest. Not aquariums, but zoos.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, the animals just seem really miserable.
These ones didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe. But that's what I liked about Sparkwell. The animals didn't seem miserable. So
fair enough.
I would recommend Sparkwell Zoo.
I think I like aquariums more. I love fish.
Sharks.
No, just fish.
Crocodiles.
Sharks.
I went over the fall. I brought James for his birthday to a wolf sanctuary that's about a 4 or 5 hour drive from here. It was awesome.
I love wolves.
They have like miles huge enclosures for each of these wolves, and they all live in little pack units, and they all would come up, and the woman that was giving us a tour, and it was just James and I that she was giving a tour to, she would like feed them through the fence little like pieces of venison and chicken and stuff, and it was so cool.
Oh my god.
I just love animals. I love animals.
Yes.
Wolves.
See, the most exciting thing I've ever done related to animals was pet a llama, and I was like 10 when that happened.
That's pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah, llamas.
I mean, I guess I take a little pride in that because llamas are the animals of my country, so it was pretty cool.
Llama. We used to rescue animals all the time because I live in the country, and I was pretty active and wandered around everywhere, and so we used to bring home.
You used to be an adventurer until there was a.
We're all adventurers.
We're
still adventurers.
Yes.
I used to be an adventurer until I got my own computer, and then it was pretty much downhill from there.
Yeah,
that was the arrow
that's
to
with
your
most
knee.
of us, to be honest.
Yeah. But we used to bring home like little birds and stuff all the time, and try and nurse them back to health. And
Good guy Michael.
mice and voles and anything basically. Pigeons.
See, I probably would lead that kind of lifestyle if my mom didn't hate animals. And it's funny because I literally, if there's anybody in my family I take the most after, like physically, it's my mom. We look exactly the same, but our personalities are polar opposites. Like, I fucking adore animals. Like, if I could live in a house with all sorts of animals and they would not kill me, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yep.
If my mom could live in a world where animals did not exist and like she could survive that way, she totally would do it. Like, that's just the way we live.
Well, you should do that thing. You should buy a zoo.
I should buy a zoo. I should be
on a
Matt
whim,
Damon.
just do it.
It's really hard to explain how my mom feels about animals, but she really doesn't. Like, it took her. We had my dog Harley for like 15 years, and it took her 14 years to warm up to him.
Wow.
Like, she really did not like him. Like, she stood him because like we owned him and we weren't gonna like abandon him, and we loved him. He was our family, but like she didn't really like being around him because he was very playful. Like, he was always like a puppy. I guess he was like taken from his mom too early or something. And when he played, like, he did not understand the boundaries of this is playing and this is hurting my human. So he actually scratched up my back once. Like, I was terrified of him for a while, and he scratched up my entire back. And that sucked. But because he did like to jump on us when he used to be more active. My mom hated that, so she just avoided him completely.
That's like me with dogs, to be honest. If a dog's too active, then I'm gonna just be like, no, please leave. Which is why I like cats, because cats cuddle with you, or my cat cuddles with you, and he's great.
Guys, why do we have to pick? I like both dogs and cats.
No,
yeah, I'm with Michael on that.
I'm allergic to cats. Like, if I'm around cats too long, I end up not being able to breathe. So I'm very firmly a dog person.
It sounds like me with social interaction for extended periods of time.
Oh, no.
But I'm very much a big dog person over little tiny dogs.
Oh, dude, I've got 3 big dogs. I've got 3 German Shepherd cross border collies.
Oh wow.
Jules has 3 border collies, I think.
Border collies.
Yeah. My dog. When I had a
is,
dog, my dog was a border collie Jack Russell breed, so
That would be one hell of an energetic dog.
That is wow.
she surprisingly wasn't really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, we had her since I was a kid or whatever, and she died. But she wasn't as active as you'd kind of think. She was just lovely though.
Yeah.
My
I like
dog
border
is
collies.
a Lab Shepherd Husky mix, and he's like 13
Huskies.
years old. And he does the whole husky thing.
Oh.
And he has just been my best friend since I was 10 years old, and I love that dog.
Aww.
Harley was my best
Doggy.
friend.
Whenever anyone makes that kind of noise, it makes me think of that cat video where it goes, no. Yeah, that one.
Did you ever see the cat that goes, "Oh, Long Johnson"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie.
These have to go in the link dump.
Yeah.
No one's
Well,
seen
if
them.
people can provide me the link,
Yep.
I will put them in the link.
Oh, I'll find it in a heartbeat.
The best one's still the singing sea bass, though. It's not an actual.
what?
It's not an actual fish. It's like one of those.
Oh, is that the demonic one?
Yes.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Is there any other one, really, Michael?
I like the video of the husky that's laying on the floor, and his owner is like, "Come on, time to go in your cage. Let's go." It's like,
Oh yeah.
Me getting up out of bed, though.
Yeah. I wanna link dump a picture of my dog, cause he was a collie chocolate Labrador mix, and he looked a little bit like a dog and a lion mixed together.
That's cool.
Like,
That's
he
really
was
cool.
super, super fluffy, and I just want to tell everybody he was possibly the cutest dog in existence, because he's like, if he wasn't super untrustworthy, because he was blind, so he, like, if he didn't recognize your scent, you were automatically an enemy. But like, for the people he did like basically me and my family, he was always like kissing our faces, and he was like, his favorite thing to do was roll on his back and show off his belly. And since he was just all like a big puff of fur, it was just like all fur, and I would just be like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Doggies. My dog's blind as well, Bramble. He's 4 years old now. blind as a bat.
Oh.
So cool. So a cool thing happened to me today. I got up to date with the Let's Plays.
Yay!
I've just got Rockstar Verified Part 2 to
See,
watch.
I've fallen behind. I've had so much work to do that I just haven't really been watching them. I'm not a true fan, guys. I'm sorry.
I've been behind for ages, and I get so much shit over it because people are like, "Oh, you can't be a true fan if you don't watch."
I love conditional fandom. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, you're not really a fan. You don't really watch it. Yeah. So I've been getting that for ages, but I'm finally up to date. So now I can pump my big middle finger up at those people.
Michael,
Flick 'em
if
the
you
bean.
don't own anything in the RT store and have seen all of the videos and have known every single middle name by all of the employees, you're not a true fan.
Oh.
And you have to know everyone's birthdays, too.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm fucked because I never remember birthdays. I'm lucky if I remember my own birthday.
Oh my god.
I use Facebook for birthdays.
Yep.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Facebook,
Same.
tell me when
Yeah.
this person's birthday
Yep.
is.
Unless it's mine, because everyone can remember mine.
Wait, what?
I don't know
Oh,
when
yeah.
yours is.
Because you're
Oh.
a Christmas baby. Yours, because you and I know about like 5-6 British people that I met online, which is you, Michael, and then my friends Harry, Amy, and my friend Adam. Oh, that's 5 people, and you guys are like awesome. I love you all.
I love
You all are
too.
like different parts of the UK, and out of all of you guys, the birthdays that stood out to me the most that I learned was Rue's and my friend Adam's, because Rue, you're a Christmas baby,
Yeah.
and Adam's a New Year's baby.
Aww.
I remember when Gavin's birthday is because he's literally 3 days younger than me.
Oh.
Griffin and I have the same birthday.
Yeah, he was born on the 23rd of May 1988, and I was born on the May 20th, 1988.
That's so like, I don't know what the word it is used. It's not like disorienting. It's kind of like, it's really cool to learn when there are people like on the internet or a celebrity and they happen to be younger than you by like a certain amount of time. Like that's
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing.
Yeah, literally 3 days.
Do you guys ever do that when you're doing like when you're doing a task? Like, do you ever just like start singing or like
Yes,
doing
all the
something?
time.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
I spend like half my life singing, no joke.
I did it earlier in the podcast.
I'm always singing. My friend shout out to my friend Beth again, who we're just gonna call the infamous Beth from
Yeah.
now on.
The infamous Beth.
Because my friend Beth and I, we play games together all the time, and she fucking hates it when I sing. Because we play trials all the time, and I'm way better at trials than she could ever hope to be, and I start singing because I get bored, and then she makes me wait for her at the finish line so that she can finish the track, and then I start singing because I'm bored, and then she's like, "You're putting me off. You're making this go longer," and then I just like to sing.
I like to sing as well.
I make up silly little songs as I'm doing stuff that I find complex in video games, like, do, why won't this guy die?
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
I do that when I'm playing by myself Legend of Zelda most of all.
Yes.
Like, out of all of the games, it has to be Legend of Zelda. Because then I'm just like, Link, he rolls through the town and he starts killing people. Oh, wait, there's a coin. Yay! And then I just start, like, singing, like, ridiculous shit.
That's cute though.
Either that or you just start swearing.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
my that's my chosen
Like-
tactic. Like if I'm playing a video game, I won't sing what I'm doing. I will swear about everything all the time, and then I will do the singing when I'm doing actual tasks in real life, like washing up.
Yeah.
I can't
Shut-
be calm in a game. I just get really into it, and I'm like, fucking die already!
Yeah.
The angrier I get, the more PG my swears get. Like, I'll curse like a sailor for 30 seconds if something is negligibly hard, but I'll, like, come up upon a big, nasty, scary enemy in an encounter that I've done 60 times, and I'll be like, gosh.
Oh. What frickle frackle.
Have you seen that?
Hecky no.
Have you seen the GLaDOS thing, where someone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Gladys's thoughts.
Yep.
Yes.
What the
Yeah.
frick, frack, diddly hack, snick, snack, or something like that, and that's what goes through my head on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Minecraft parkour puzzles where you're just like, fuck you cocking, shitting duckhead.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Duckhead.
You just fall over for like the 50th bloody time on the same
Yeah.
fucking part, and after a while you just start losing it.
Swiss
Yeah.
fucking cheese.
No.
Yes. I'm actually really good at what is it that you play, Boson X or whatever?
No,
Impossible
no, we don't talk about Boson X because no. Okay.
I'm actually pretty good at that. I completed that
I'm
game.
wanna check the my run count on like the 3rd, 4th level. I can't remember which one it is because you read yours out at one point. I can't remember when, and
Probably a tiny chat or something.
yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
And mine's appalling. Hang on.
Yours is like, I remember, yours was like 300 and something.
Does anyone want to talk about their favourite animated adventure?
Oh.
Mine is definitely the one where Gavin has a stroke in front of his computer.
Oh my god. No, I remembered
Oh
mine.
my god.
Did you just say headlight fluid?
Yeah.
That one's my favourite one. For definite.
Oh
for
god, the
always.
one where Gavin has a migraine though. That one
Yes.
was fucking great.
Yeah.
I had
And
typed
then-
jums.
Yes. and then hit his head. And,
Yeah.
you know, the second part of the podcast was him hitting his head, and then he was blind, and then he vomited on the
Yeah.
toilet
Yep.
and missed. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
headlight fluid's still my favourite. And my run count for one level is 175. It's the 3rd level.
Oh, wow.
That's weak, Rue. That's
Come on,
weak.
complete it for me, Michael.
Whoa!
I don't know if I can on the mobile
Oh,
version. I can do it on the PC.
Oh, I see how it is.
Whoa.
Call me weak and then can't do it on the mobile version.
Oh, shit!
Shots fired.
I've never played it on the mobile version.
Shameful behaviour.
Shameful.
Sudden showdown between Rue and Michael on the podcast. Oh, shit! We have
Two bricks
Versus.
going at each other.
we have to have like that boxing
We'll,
bell hit, that ding ding, and then like
Ding,
the crowd
ding,
cheering
ding,
in the
ding.
background.
Michael would win.
No.
It's okay, Rue. I
Probably.
believe in you.
If I could ever, you know, take it. If I could ever strike someone,
Yeah.
the kindness of my heart would not allow it.
Yes,
Michael's
dear.
just a big softie.
Yeah.
Aw, he's a teddy bear.
Yo.
You're our teddy bear, Michael.
No, Rue, I'm gonna fuck your
Oh my
shit.
god!
He knows where I live.
I like how that went
I
from
do know
like.
where you live.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
come and get
I like
you.
how that went from
Terrified.
like Michael's a big teddy bear to Michael going, I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
And then, whilst you're, you know, crying in a corner, I'm gonna pick up your mobile phone and I'm gonna beat Boson X.
Oh shit!
Oh, shots fired.
Wow, you're still down.
Bring it on.
Wow.
You just want me to complete the game for
No.
you. You don't care what
No,
it
I
costs.
don't.
Rue
No,
will
I
throw
don't.
the match just to get Michael to finish the game for him.
It's an elaborate ruse.
There you go, guys. Remember this
Get it?
moment in time that Rue has officially stated, without saying it, that he will throw the match for Michael to complete the game for him. Remember.
Yes. I think my favourite animated adventure is probably the one where Gavin accidentally flirts with a chef.
Oh god, that
Yes.
was fantastic.
I think that's my favourite.
Gavin,
God, there are so
my
many great
rock.
ones. And the latest Bernie one, Bernie's Dreams.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that was great. That was so
I
funny.
like the one where it's from the Let's Build where Gavin and Jeff were talking about, I think it was like, what if they were like women for one day, and then like, because I remembered because I was there on the stream that Jordan was drawing it, and he had a reference of Emilia Clarke as Daenerys Targaryen on the screen. So then when I saw it and like her reacting to like Gavin because he has like the biggest crush on Daenerys, so it's like that part, and them talking about like what would they do with each other if they were like women for one day, and like I thought it was like really silly because it's like that's like kind of like an insight for people who don't watch the Let's Builds on the kind of shit that they talk about when they're in the Let's Builds.
One of my favourite things from one of the Let's Builds is JJ's editing.
Yeah.
When they do so we can really do
we can pretty much do anything. I loved that. Oh
put
my
it on
god.
repeat the other day and just kind of was jamming.
Little bit of dubstep in there.
Can I sort of add a
Little
little
bit.
bit of one of my favorite Minecraft moments on here, which was
Yes.
the
Yes.
end of not the episode from last Friday, the one from before where they saved after Gavin set Jack's house
The
on
two
fire.
Sparrows one.
No, wait, don't save.
Oh man, yeah, that
God,
one.
it was so great. I was like, the second that Gavin said yes, I was like, no, don't do it, don't save.
No, Gavin, don't do the
And then he
thing.
saved
Yeah,
the thing.
Don't do it.
he did the thing.
And then at the end
Damn
of the video, you can hear Jeff yell at Gavin going, get your little ass back on Minecraft
Back
and
in
go
there and
fix it.
fix it. There's an invite coming.
Oh.
Yeah, basically, if I ever write an autobiography about my life, it's going to be called "Don't Do the Thing."
Beautiful.
Don't do
That's
the thing. I think that's
magnificent.
perfect. Or tales of not doing
Tales
the
of
thing.
Do you know what I
doing
did
the thing.
yesterday, by the way?
Did you do the thing?
I did do the thing. I went through the British Problems Twitter account.
Oh god.
Okay.
I don't know if you've...
I think I've
read some
seen
of them.
some of it.
It's amazing. I have a lot of the problems that they go through. I
Yeah.
can't find any examples of this one.
I've got a shocker for you. I've been drinking tea this whole time.
Whoa, Michael.
Scandalous.
Michael.
I feel so betrayed.
I feel betrayed as well.
Michael mentioned, like, how you couldn't hear him set down the... What is it? You're using a mug, right?
Yeah, bug. Yeah.
I use a tip that I learned from an anime. Shout out to Oren High School Host
Yeah.
Club, where you use your pinky to cushion the glasses so it doesn't make noise. So, like, I kind of, like, smush my pinky a little bit. Not, like, in a painful way. To
Just
put,
pat
like,
it.
anything that's, like, loud on a surface that will probably make it sound even louder than it should
Yep.
be.
I just put it down slowly.
Well,
The
see,
trick
I'm...
is to do one rim
I'm
first.
completely unable to do that
Yeah,
kind of
same.
thing because I'm possibly one of the clumsiest people that I know, apart from my friend Amari. Because I will literally pull shit that is completely unbelievably impossible to pull, but I still manage it. Like kind of like tripping on air kind of
Yep.
thing, but I will trip and I will probably knock over the person next to me at the same
It's
time.
falling with
I am-
style.
I am incredibly clumsy, and the worst part is my middle name is Grace. My dad,
Oh,
my dad
no.
used to say, "Yeah, Bridget can knock over a bathtub from half a block away."
Oh,
Yeah, my brother's a little bit like that because he's got dyspraxia, which is a movement disorder,
Yeah.
which means that
my ex had that at one point. I say at one
yeah,
point,
but
I
yeah,
mean
so-
he's still got it.
yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't usually go away. I don't think. But yeah, so he's very clumsy. He's always falling over. He doesn't quite know where his limbs are
Aw.
when he's walking around or when he's running.
The worst is when I've got a phone in my hands, especially when it's my phone, because since I get scared very easily, if I'm like on my phone and I'm like browsing through Tumblr and all of a sudden I get a phone call, it vibrates very wildly in my hands. My phone is suddenly a gymnastic like Olympic person and will do all sorts of flips for like a full minute and then smack me either in the face, on my chest, or somehow on my knee, even though I was holding it like directly above
Aw.
me. And then I'm just sitting there like, how did this happen? And then like both in pain and then in complete amazement that I even managed to pull something like that in the first
Aw.
place.
Yeah, well, at least you didn't throw it at a wall or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could do that with my old phone.
I've got a
I
Nokia.
had Nokia, and I could
Nokia.
hurl it against the wall, and it would be fine.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
An old
Built
friend
to
of
last.
mine threw her Nokia at a wall and punched a hole in the drywall, but the phone was fine.
Did you guys just say Nokia?
Yeah, no, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Nokia, man.
It's
Yeah.
definitely Nokia.
What?
The way that Rue pronounces it, it sounds like it's like Nokia.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
Nokia.
that's how it said
Nokia.
Nokia.
Yeah.
what?
Nokia,
Really?
yeah.
We
say
it
Nokia.
Nokia.
But how would you
It's
say
definitely
It's
IKEA?
Nokia over here. IKEA.
IKEA?
Yeah.
So then why is it Nokia? Nokia, rather.
Because we're American.
Yeah, you just like to be special.
Bald eagles.
Speaking of America, segue.
Oh.
Did you hear about the Oklahoma lawmakers considering preventing all marriage to keep equal marriage illegal?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just wow.
How did I
Some
miss
You couldn't
people
make
are
it up.
so scared of queer folk that they will do anything.
We're dangerous, don't you know? That's ridiculous.
They want to preserve the sanctity of marriage so much that they just want to get rid of marriage.
Yeah, because they're totally under the impression that if queers can marry, then they're just like, oh, well, that's totally destroying, like, the whole idea of marriage. We can't have that. Let's just totally ban it all. Let's totally just not have them have any sort of happiness whatsoever.
Yeah.
like
Let's just cut off our nose to spite our face.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly what it
Yeah.
is. That's exactly it.
The thing is, I don't know, like, sanctity of marriage is such a weird kind of phrase, really. I don't know.
But the thing,
Oh, it's
it's
an
like
idiotic
think
phrase.
of the children by taking away marriage completely, and to be fair,
But
it might actually make a healthier
the other
state.
thing is, though, like, you have like Henry VIII, who created a new whole thing just for divorce, though, didn't he?
Yes,
So,
that's right. He did.
Very, very.
I think he the Church of England so that he could
Yeah,
divorce.
but that's really demonstrating
he,
the sanctity of marriage, there, isn't it?
I think he changed over from
Catholicism,
Catholicism
It
to
was.
Protestant.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
he made his
basically
own.
I
how
think that was it.
Protestant. It was how the C of E was created.
Yeah.
It is a Protestant religion.
Yep.
Yes,
I
that's
learnt
right.
about this in history at A level, which I passed with flying colours with a D.
You did. You did worse than
Congratulations.
me. I got a C for history.
I hated history at A level.
Oh, I loved
No,
history,
like,
but
it interests
I
me.
am shit at working.
It interests me, but the whole way that we're examined is just really bad for me because I don't have the best memory, so I can't recall everything like that when I need it to. Like, especially in like extreme pressure in those conditions, it just all disappears and I can't do it.
I am the ultimate
I don't
bullshitter.
remember.
Yep.
I am. That happens whenever it's like multiple choice kind of tests because somehow luck sides with me a little bit better when there's multiple choice rather than when I have to write something down. Which I got lucky enough with most multiple choice tests have been for a lot of courses that I
Multiple
take.
choice screws me over because there's always two that sound very similar and I always pick the wrong one.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we get many multiple choice tests in our A levels, to be honest.
No, we don't. I don't think there's ever been a multiple choice at A level.
I have numerous professors that will refer to them exclusively as multiple guess.
That's
Multiple
multiple.
guess.
I don't know. I just don't like how seriously we all take education as a thing. To be honest,
Same.
like it's ridiculous how much pressure we put on ourselves and how much pressure is put on us to do well at certain levels of education, and people's worth is determined on it, and it's just ridiculous.
Totally
Don't like
true.
education system.
So did any of you see the new FRT Code of Conduct? Although it's not really
Yes.
new. It's kind of the stuff that I've always done.
Yep.
Yes.
But I thought I'd write it down. It's also on my blog if anyone
There's
wants to
a
check it
little
out.
link on the sidebar now, isn't there?
There is a little link on the sidebar, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's very cool to
Yeah.
have.
Check it out.
I think it's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of mission statement for yourself.
And for
Yeah,
others
I-
as well, I think.
Well, I think, it needed to be written out after all the weird stuff with Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Everyone kind of goes, yeah.
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 Shout out to Dylan for the advanced trigger warning he gave
that
us
was
for the
so
Box
cool.
podcast.
That
was
was
so
so
That was
cool of
stellar.
him.
cool, yeah.
Yes, it was cool of him. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I tweeted him, like, it was ages ago. It was when he was saying about changing the way he speaks and the language he uses and stuff. And he didn't reply, but he favorited them and everything, and it was obvious that he'd actually read what I'd said, and I'd just been like, oh, it's really good that you're doing this, and I hope you continue and it influences others. And he was like, yeah! He's just
A+.
really cool.
Gold sticker. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he may not agree with everything that goes on in
Which is
Feminist
fair
Rooster Teeth,
enough,
but
really.
which is fair, but he acknowledges that it's a space that needs to exist, which is all I really ask, to be honest.
Yep.
In fact, I don't even ask that people acknowledge it at all, I just ask that people don't actively condemn it.
Yeah.
Man.
Everyone deserves a little safe space.
Yeah, I think it's
Exactly.
weird that people seem to think everything you tag for is your trigger warning when it's not. I think that's the thing that people seem to
Yeah.
miss out on. Like, you're warning for other people that might be triggered by that thing.
Yeah.
It's not everything.
That
is
happens
for
a
you.
lot. Like, you would explain something, and then, like, you could explain it so you're, like, fucking blue in the face, and people would still be, like, accusing you of the very exact thing that you had already told people,
Yep.
like, this is not what I'm doing this other thing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I think people mistake trigger warnings as for something like
Like
a
a
condemnation of the
yeah.
content. Yeah, of the content. It's like, if I'm trigger warning for misogyny, that's not to say that I think that
You're
they're awful
misogynistic.
people.
No.
Yeah.
It just means that this has some content that might trigger warning for someone for misogyny, and even if it was like good content, like someone pointing out misogyny in something, I would still tag it for misogyny.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative.
It's like, I really appreciate when you tag things with transphobia, because I obviously don't want to kind of see that. Like, even if
Yeah.
it's someone calling out someone else on it, it's still kind of like, oh, someone has said a harmful thing first to make someone else respond, kind of thing.
Exactly. And like, even like I'm kind of wary to bring up stuff like rape jokes on the podcast, so I guess I'll just do a trigger warning for this section.
Yeah.
But like, even with like rape jokes, sometimes, I mean, I don't like rape jokes, but sometimes there are rape jokes that are on point. Like, Wanda Sykes did a brilliant rape joke
I like Wanda Sykes, though. She's great.
because it made the joke, it made the rapist the butt of the joke, not
Victim.
The victim.
not the
The
victim
victim.
or the survivor. But even those need trigger warning.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a condemnation of the material that you're trigger warning. It's just a trigger warning.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
it's
just
just
It's just that this
Hey.
might have content that might affect someone else.
It's like warning.
Exactly.
It's like warning someone that, hey, this has peanuts in it. It's not saying that it's
Exactly.
a bad. It's not a bad food. It's not a bad anything. It just
It's
has
needed for
something that
people who cannot
that might
consume it.
hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, if I wanted to discuss it, or, well, I don't even condemn people for it, but if I wanted to discuss something, I would make a separate post about it. You know, trigger warning isn't necessarily a negative thing. It's literally neutral. A trigger warning is about as neutral as you can go.
Yep.
Yeah.
But apparently people think silence is neutral, and I don't think silence is neutral. I think silence is one end of the spectrum, and I suppose vocal support is one end of the spectrum, and then vocal
Protest,
criticism is
yeah.
the other. Yeah.
But silence doesn't really solve anything. If you're hurt by something and you sit there and just take it, then, you know, nothing's going to really change. Sometimes you have
Exactly.
It's
to
going to
get
continue hurting
kind
you.
of, you have to stand up and say something. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm really happy that your blog exists, because you don't just kind of, I
Sit
don't know.
there.
Yeah, you don't sit there. You kind of, you know, you try and make the community better for people, and I think it's really cool that you do that, because, like, you're doing it with your own free time and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes up a
Yeah.
lot of my time. And thank you, Rue. That was awesome.
You carve
No
out.
problem.
You carve out a special niche for people who need it, and it's.
Yeah,
I'm intensely grateful to Michael every day.
same.
Thank you.
Because now I've got more like-minded friends as well, and
Yeah.
it's great. It's like a little mini community within a bigger
The
community.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm trying to aim
Well,
for.
you're
you know, 'cause
succeeding.
I think we're all fans, and I think it's a shame that some people don't like that we have this little side community or whatever you want to call it. But you know, it's not going to go
The
away.
thing
I
is,
think
as
I've
well,
pretty
you
much-
can't always please all the people all the time, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Someone might use that against me.
No, it's fine. It's true.
So, yeah, someone might use it against the blog. So maybe not.
No, I know. I understand what you mean. You're saying that some people might go, oh, they can't please everyone, so Rooster Teeth can't please
Yeah.
everyone. But it's not. But
Yeah.
the blog isn't actually really. Well, it is about Rooster Teeth, but it's also not about Rooster
Yeah.
Teeth. So it's like, I'm at no point am I going to Rooster Teeth and saying I want this, and this
Yeah,
change.
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I want you to take this, and this video down. I'm not doing any
No,
of that.
you haven't made
I'm not
them
really
do any
talking
of that
to
either.
Rooster
If
Teeth.
they've taken videos down, it's of their own accord.
Their own accord. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what, I have 2,000 odd followers. I haven't got any near enough power to influence their
Nor
content.
would you really want to.
Exactly. I want them to, I mean, if they happen to read some of the stuff that I post on my blog and they happen to go, oh yeah, maybe I won't use that word, or maybe we'll stop doing this, that'll be fine. But I'm not looking to literally twist their arm and force
Yeah,
them to do
exactly.
anything, because I don't think
Yep.
that's going to help.
Right.
I think if they want to change things, that's going to come from them going, oh yeah, maybe I don't want to hurt people in that way.
Yeah, realizing
It's
that it
Ultimately
does hurt.
their choice in the end.
Yeah, exactly. It is their choice, and it has to come from them. It's not going to come from me. The only thing that I can do is maybe draw attention to it, and even then, I'm doing it in a very roundabout
Yeah.
way, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it directly to them. I'm talking about them. I'm not talking to them.
Yeah. And you never talk about anyone with malice either. That's the thing.
No.
You're very
never-
fair and very, like, if someone does something that's upsetting, you never, like, attack them for it. You just will say,
Yeah.
this was not cool, this could be avoided in the future, blah, 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 blah. You don't kind of, like, send people after them to be like, oh, you're a terrible person, because they're not a terrible person. They just make mistakes sometimes, like everyone.
Everybody
Exactly, yeah.
screws up all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the measure of a person is how much you screw up.
Yeah.
I think the measure of a person is how you deal with
Yeah.
screwing up.
Yeah.
I think one thing that you've always made a point of is you've always said, you're not a bad person. You're in no way, shape, or form a bad person. I'm just disappointed in X behavior.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's great.
I mean, there's a difference between saying X behavior is racist and saying you're a racist.
Yeah.
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 And some of it's also to do with, like, how society treats things, like some of the way that society as a whole deals with certain topics, like kind of influences you a little bit. Like,
yeah.
like Allie and I were talking about psychiatrists on the Tiny Chat.
Yeah.
And it's just like the way that people are raised in the society and the things that they hear means that they sometimes develop harmful views, and it's not until, like, they kind of come across spaces like the one that you've carved out that they start to kind of question that and realize that some of that stuff's not clearly right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like a really nice talk about a lot of things, because we went from talking about like how the idea that you would only ever go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist if you thought you were like
Sick.
kind of trigger wording for like
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
sick, because I didn't want to
Like
use
a like
the
a
word.
like a medical doctor.
Yeah.
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 So, like, people would only go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist if something was seriously wrong with them. But, for anybody who's been in the Tiny Chat will recognize me saying this, that I had a psychology teacher that asked us, like, how many of you go to a psychologist? And at that time, I had been seeing my psychologist for about a year, and I raised my hand, and I was, like, one of 3 people that did. And then she was like, so how come you guys don't go? And one guy actually was like, oh, because you have to be crazy to go. And she was like, no, you don't necessarily have to. Like, you can go to psychology just to have somebody to talk
Yep.
to.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be diagnosed with a mental disorder to go to a psychologist. Like, a lot of people day by day face all sorts of stresses, coming from all sorts of, like, different sources, like maybe work, maybe family, maybe friends, for whatever it's coming from. Like, it's good to have kind of like that neutral ground with somebody that you can talk to for about an hour and kind of let it out, because ultimately the idea that building it up inside of you has become so predominantly used, and like, it just messes up a person very badly. And I do that with my friends all the time. I always encourage them, like, if you ever feel like you have an issue, I'm not going to force you to talk about
that's
it.
what I'm like as well.
But, you know, it's kind of, like, recommended to, because it'll just destroy you inside, basically.
Talking helps so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And it's only one way of, like, coping with things, which is also a really great thing that I found out, because people have found, like, different ways of coping, but ultimately the end goal is to get whatever it is that is, like, messing you up, like, internally, that is, like, twisting whatever is making you feel really, really, really badly, and get it out in a healthy way that'll help you by the end of the day.
I mean, not all people are going to find that talking helps.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's okay.
Right.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, I'm probably one of the people... I mean, sometimes it helps, but I'm probably one of the people that is quite happy to get on with things on my own. Or I prefer talking to people... If I've got a problem, I prefer talking to people online about it rather than, like, face-to-face as well, I think.
Right.
Partly because it allows me to express myself better.
I know exactly how
I
you
don't know
feel
why.
with that. It's easier to put the words in an order that feels good and be less self-conscious about the awkward pauses you're creating. I might be
think
wrong.
so as well. And also, it might partly be because that some of my best friends are online. Like, I've known Beth for 11, 12, maybe 13 years now. So it's like, well, maybe not. It must be about 12 years.
How did you meet Beth?
Neopets.
Oh my god, I was going to say that's the same as me. Half of my really good online friends.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I thought that was going to be the answer before I even asked, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
I think I was talking to Allie about this the other day.
Yeah.
We met on Neopets, and then, because I still roleplay, but I used to roleplay a lot more when I was younger.
Yep, same.
And, so I met her on Neopets, and I had a bunch of other friends as well at the time. I met my ex-girlfriend Hannah, and her girlfriend at the time was Anna, and I still talk to Anna as well. I don't talk to Hannah, I just talk to
they
Anna.
rhyme.
Hannah
That's
and
what
I know, I was
Anna.
about to
So
say
cute.
Hannah and Anna.
I don't know what Hannah's doing anymore, but Anna, we still talk, and I've met her a few times in London, because she lives in London, and I've gone up to London to do a bunch of gender intelligence stuff, so...
Gender intelligence are great.
They
Can I
are.
shout out to my friend Tanith, who is the first person that I made friends with online, and I'm still friends with to this day.
Absolutely
Hey,
not.
Shout out.
Hey, God bless Neopets.
But, so we started off in Neopets, and then we made this ridiculous site called Slashy Camp,
Oh my
which
god.
is about... We were like 13, 14, 15 at the time, and it's about as ridiculous as it sounds. It's a camp for, like, gay kids, and we slashed them all
Beautiful.
together. And it still exists. If I might link dump it. It's
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh my
ridic-
God.
It's absolutely
Me-
ridiculous.
I was part of so many RP boards when I was in high school. Oh my god, I used to love that. Spend hours a day.
Nostalgia.
I don't take any responsibility for anything I wrote. I was maybe 14 years old, and
Yeah.
I don't take any responsibility for any of that. I'm just remembering some of the stuff that was on that board, and I'm thinking maybe not.
Oh, that is not
maybe I
linked
shouldn't
up
link.
that.
Maybe I shouldn't link that.
Michael and I were actually, like, revisiting our Neopets pages, and because he used Gaia and I used Gaia too, like, we sent each other, like, our Gaia pages, and we were looking, like, at our roleplay searches, and we were, like, talking about, like, what we did on Neopets and everything, and I went on my Neopets page, and I apparently was at a very weird time in my life, because I remember being very, very obsessed with Green Day, and so
Oh, God.
my little store
Did
that I
you
made...
walk a lonely road? The only
I
road.
I had the
You-
music on it and everything. I had the little MP3 thing on it and everything. So it played like Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh my god.
And
That's such
so
a great song,
cute.
though. Real talk.
the
Yeah.
picture
Great
that I
song.
put for the store was the depressed gray fairy.
Oh, God.
So it matched with the Green
Oh
Day
my
theme.
gosh.
And I had the paint drawing, the shitty paint drawings that I did for my little pets, and then Michael started laughing and pointed out my pets, and I looked, they were all dying of, like,
Yeah,
not having
they
been
don't-
fed in
Like
like
the
10
problem with
years.
Neopets.
Neopets don't die, they just have hunger. Dying.
They're just sitting there, like, having not eaten for, like, the last 10 years that I have not been on my Neopets page.
Well, see, if I could remember my Neopets password, I would absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that took me forever
don't
to find
remember
out.
my password.
But that's the problem. Otherwise, I would use the hell out of it.
It's not. It's not the password for me because I know all my passwords because I use them on a rotational basis.
Oh, aren't you?
It's the
Birth
birthday.
date.
Yes, it's the birthday. Because obviously we all signed up for our accounts when we were fucking 14 or something, and then we all lied about our age. And it's
I
like,
was
what
10
year?
and I put myself down as 18 years old.
Yep.
I think mine probably says I'm like 24 now or something ridiculous.
Probably.
Mine probably says I'm
Not
26
quite there
or
yet.
28 or so.
You guys had brought up in the last podcast, oh shit, what was it? Something related to the Neopets. Because you guys did talk about it, and I was like, Neopets was just like great. And then, okay, so did you guys ever get banned for like the weirdest thing?
I
Yes.
think we talked about this last time,
Yeah.
maybe, about how my
Yeah.
friend got banned for having a glass of
Wine.
water in a wine glass or
wine glass,
something.
yeah.
I told Michael that my first ever account that I had actually spent like a year on and I had a lot of money on it got frozen because I wrote the word bed in a roleplay.
What?
And I got emailed for it, and it was like, again, I was like 10 years old, and that was the most
You're
upset I
shaking
have
and
ever
crying.
gotten over
I know.
anything.
Oh my God.
I was sobbing, and then the roleplay partner, I could not remember their username, so I never found them again.
Oh no!
Oh, dude,
Make
true
it your
story.
mission to find your long lost roleplay partner now.
One
Make it
time,
happen.
one time, I won the jackpot on the slots twice in a row.
Banned for hacks.
No, it wasn't hacks. It was I won it once, and then it like had a hold thing, and then so I ticked on the hold and then won it again, but then I couldn't remember the username.
No.
I could remember the password, but I couldn't remember the username.
That
Which
was
ooh.
possibly the most frustrated I had ever been. You're talking about the one where you sit
For hours.
for like hours
Yes.
waiting for that frog?
Yeah.
And
What?
like, yeah, the little wheel thing
Yep.
or whatever.
I don't know.
I hated that.
It was before
was
that,
like,
I think.
Oh, well, there was like a frog thing, and he would spin the wheel, and if you left the page, you'd have to pay to spin the wheel. Or no, you could only spin it once a day, and then
Oh,
you'd
is
spin
that
it,
the
and
Wheel
it
of Monotony?
the Wheel of Monotony, yeah.
Or there's
Yeah.
the Wheel of Fortune as well.
My-
Yeah, but I think there was one that was quick and you could just spin it, and then there was the Wheel of Monotony,
Yeah.
which took like hours.
2 and 3 hours. My mother used to always get on my case for spending too much time online when I was little. And so one of the things that she did was she set up our computer, the computer that we used, so that we could only access the internet for an hour a day. And this is when we were still using AOL. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to spin the Wheel of Monotony, but I can't. And then I realized that there were other ISPs besides AOL, and I would use Internet Explorer, spin the Wheel of Monotony, and then use AOL for everything else.
Oh my God.
I felt like such a badass.
My mum used to, you know, the games on Neopets.
Yeah.
My mum used to spend obscene amounts of time playing the Fairy Bubbles
Oh
one.
my God, my mom
And
loved
I
that
think
game.
I think she still does it to this day. When she's got
love
like a
that
break from her
game.
work, because she works at home sometimes. I think if she's got a break from her work, she will still sit there and play Fairy Bubbles. Like, I've come home from sixth form, like when I was in sixth form, I'd come home, and I'd sometimes get home early because I didn't have class or whatever, and I'd just hear the little jingle for it, and I'd be like, "Mum, you playing Fairy Bubbles?" And she'd be like, no, how dare you suggest this? I'm doing journalist work.
Once I stopped role playing on Neopets, because after a while it was just getting ridiculous how many things I get notifications for.
Yeah.
And so I started spending most of my time trying to get money to buy the paintbrushes
Yeah.
from the tower, because with the old layout there was like a section of the fairy city where you can click and enter the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was like a paintbrush that I had always had my eyes on. They changed it now. I don't think you can access it anymore. And I would do that, and I would always gaze at it lovingly, being like, one day I will buy you. So then in the time that I wasn't doing that, I would be playing the Destructo Block one in the prehistoric
Yeah,
area.
I loved that one.
Neopets.
Dude,
That
no,
one was
like,
my
I totally
favorite.
want to sign up for Neopets again now.
Yeah.
I play all the
You
games
know
and
the
stuff.
thing you
I
were
spent-
talking about with paintbrushes?
Oh god,
Allie, what was the paintbrush?
baby paintbrushes.
Oh, God,
My sister had a bunch of paintbrushes.
I think it was, yeah.
Was it the fairy
Oh
paintbrush?
god.
It was either the fairy or the baby. I don't
The
remember,
baby one was
but it was
cute.
Yeah.
the baby one was my favorite.
Mine was always the mutant paintbrush.
Oh,
loved-
dude!
I just loved the mutant pets.
Did
I
you
thought they
guys
were great.
ever access that vending machine on the moon?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I never did.
Anyway, we should probably start thinking about bringing this to a close now.
Probably.
Oh,
I did, before we do though, I just wanted to talk about, I'm probably going to start up doing some Let's Plays and stuff. It'll probably be mostly, well, there'll be, if I do Minecraft and stuff and multiplayer games, it'll probably mostly be with my friend Beth, because I think we have a great dynamic together. As I've said before, I'm terrible at games and she's even worse than me. She makes me look good in comparison, so yeah. But I'll also be doing some solo games, and I wondered if anyone would like to anything in
Play Bioshock Infinite.
I'm not playing Bioshock fucking Infinite.
Play Bioshock
Play
Infinite.
not.
Bioshock Infinite.
Play it.
Booker, catch.
No, but if I did that, I'd want to play Bioshock 1 first.
Then play
Well,
Bioshock
play
1.
Bioshock
Bioshock 1 first, and,
And
then
then
play
Infinite.
Bioshock Infinite.
Because skip 2. Seriously.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
I've heard-
have to play 2 as well.
No.
I've heard 2's not
No.
as
Well,
good.
I already own it, so I'll have to play it.
Play Bioshock 1 and then play Bioshock
Yep.
Infinite.
Well, I don't think Bioshock would be the most friendly for everyone.
I went.
I'm just gonna grumble at you.
Yeah, just grumble at me. I'm sure it's a fantastic game, but
Play
Michael, did
Boson
you?
X.
based on X, no.
What, Michael? Did you finish Assassin's Creed?
No, I need to finish that.
How's Edward?
Okay. You need to do it.
I need to do it because I love it. I love the game so much. But I've been playing Bit Runner 2, Bit Trip Presents
yeah.
Runner 2. Yeah, and that's bloody brilliant. And I've been playing a lot of Trials with Beth, so. And then there's Minecraft, and this is the problem with Minecraft because it's a game that's never finished.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're just playing Minecraft for fucking ever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I'll just go get a new Minecraft game from
Yeah.
the map section and then just play forever. So yeah, I imagine Minecraft. I'll have a look at my games and see what. But if you have any suggestions of a game that you would like me to play that's under, let's say, under $8. Under $8, and that isn't going to be too triggery. You can just email me a suggestion at feministrooftooth@gmail.com, or you can comment or whatever. I don't care. Just
tell them to play nothing but Bioshock
Yes.
Infinite.
Just
You didn't hear it from
just
me.
spam it. Do it.
Bioshock Infinite.
Just Bioshock Infinite.
Okay, and just a quick reminder that the giveaway, the entries have been extended to the 10th of March. So if you want to win yourself some top RT merch, or if you just want something on Steam or whatever, you should get your entry in at feministrooftooth@gmail.com, and we'll announce the winners on the 16th of March, and all the details are in the description. So,
Root for Rue.
Yep.
yay.
I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it.
You're gonna win it, and then if you do win it, I'll have to just be like, no, you can't.
No, you can't have it. No, sorry.
No, I'll
Sorry,
have to give it to
bro.
someone else. Sorry. Actually, if you did win it, I would just sneakily just re-roll, and I wouldn't tell you.
Wow.
Well, we know now what has been happened.
Yeah,
Hacks.
This is gonna be the reason why I don't win.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I clearly won first.
Anyway, if there's any plugs that people would like to give, now is the time. Remember that you don't need to spell it out because I can just put it in the link dump. So
Yeah.
away we go. Bridget, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah. My username has a slur in it. I'm Mellifluous B. I've been thinking of changing it. It's tumblr.com, Mellifluous B. Social justice, cute animals. Very personal blog, so follow it. Yeah.
Hey,
It's great.
Rue. I've taken a cue from earlier and I'm giving everyone their place now, so that they don't get confused. Okay.
As always, I'm Frubin. I was gonna say what I blog. I just at the moment I'm just being really mushy about my new boyfriend. And there's Rooster Teeth in there. There's music in there. it's just a lot of stuff, really. My Twitter is also the same, as is most things. You can find me pretty much everywhere under Fruben. Ever.
You
And
can
Allie?
always find him in the drift.
So my Neopets account is... No, just kidding. As always, you guys can find me at alliekalisi.tumblr.com. I have my Twitter and my Rooster Teeth usernames listed in my little description. If you guys ever just need anybody to talk to or just want to just see me post about Game Grumps and Rooster Teeth and cats and stuff, that's the blog to go. Woohoo!
Hey,
Yay.
cats.
Ali's laugh tag
Hello,
is one of
Kat.
my favourite things as well.
And I'd like to give a little shout out to Tease It Productions for letting us use their brilliant music from Achieve Mix Unlocked.
So
And
good.
there'll be a link in the description if you want to buy it, but it's awesome stuff.
It's really
Dubstep
great.
and Achievement Hunter, What's Not to Love. I'm Feminist Rooster Teeth. You can find me at feministroosterteeth at tumblr.com, which I would hope you would know by now. And you can email me at feministroosterteeth@gmail.com if you have any questions, or you can just, send me an ask on Tumblr or whatever. My Twitter and pretty much everything is in the description under the link dump, so yeah.
Yeah. And a shout out to Wiz, who couldn't make it today.
Yeah,
we love
Wiz.
you,
Oh,
Wiz.
we love you, Wiz.
Shout out to Wiz who is awesome,
Woohoo.
Yeah.
and a wizard, and a
And
time wizard, and
a
an
punny
awesome-
wizard.
a tiny wizard.
Punny
And
wizard.
is very erotic.
Okay, yes.
Erotic.
God.
Erotical. Okay, thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time. All right, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. Okay,
Do the
bye.
giveaway.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.
I love you, Wiz.
Tease it. Django.
Oh crap, I can't remember how to stop recording.